The story we are telling will make you pause. The story we are telling is repurposed. The story we are telling is lost. The story we are telling is difficult to discover. The story we are telling is
story we are
fragmented.
telling is fragmented.
The story we are telling is fragmented.
The story we are telling is lost, but now found.
The story we are telling is true. The story we are telling is true.
False.
The story we are telling is yours.
The story we are telling is ours. The story we are telling is for you to discover. The question is the story itself, and whether or not it means something is not for the story to tell.
For no particular reason that we were aware of, we turned to the clean page of the notebook and sketched a little map of the area you had wandered in. Then, looking carefully through our notes, we began to trace with a pen the movements you had made on a single day.
We were struck by the way you had skirted around the edge of the territory, not once venturing into the centre. The diagram looked like a little map of some imaginary place. The picture also resembled a rectangle. It might have also been a 0 or the letter O.
We went on to the next day and decided to see what would happen. The results were not at all the same. The next picture made us think of a bird of prey perhaps, with its wings spread, hovering aloft in the air. A moment later this reading seemed far-fetched to us. The bird vanished, and in its stead there were only two abstract shapes linked by a tiny bridge.
The next day's diagram seemed to yield a shape that resembled the letters. As with the others, it was complicated by numerous irregularities, approximations, and ornate establishments in the park. Still clinging to a semblance of objectivity, I tried to look at it as if I had not been anticipating a letter of the alphabet.
We had to admit that nothing was sure. It could well have been meaningless. Perhaps you were looking for pictures in the clouds, as you had done as a small child. And yet, the coincidence was too striking. If one map had resembled a letter, perhaps even two, we might have dismissed it as a quirk of chance, but 4 in a row was stretching it too far.
True, We had created the letters by the movement of your steps, but they had not been written down. It was like drawing a picture in the air with your finger. The image vanishes as you are making it. There is no result, no trace to mark what you have done.
Was it merely some sort of note to yourself, or was it intended as a message to others?
The letters continued to horrify us. The whole thing was so bleak, so fiendish in its circumlocutions, that we did not want to accept it. Then the doubts came, as if on command, filling our heads with mocking, singing voices. We had imagined the whole thing. The letters were not letters at all. We had seen them, only because we had wanted to see them.
You arrive in a neverland of fragments, a place of wordless things and thingless words.
Please feel free to continue navigating yourself around the gallery space and mapping the lost city. Once you've finished, please hand your headphones to the nearest performer. We welcome you to rejoin us between 3 and 4 when we will be holding an exchange in which you can take any of the art pieces if you first replace it with one of your own possessions. Thank you for mapping the lost city.